Hey Leanne, I just finished your analysis. Doing the traditional approach where I take the basement square footage as a percentage of the upstairs value, it did not go very well. We couldn't even get back to the number that you paid last year. So I went further back in the calendar and found several Cherry Grove houses that actually had the same setup that you have. You are one of those. I had 3 originally. I dropped one of them because it was too far back and it didn't support the pricing that we're trying to get. It could cause problems in appraisals later. However, if the buyer's willing to pay it and we can get a contract, the appraisers are being very generous right now, and as long as you have a willing buyer, they'll come up with the numbers. So that's something we'll have to cross if that comes up and we have an appraisal problem, that I'll get involved and start arguing for why this value makes sense. So basically, we went to a completely different approach. So take a look at it and let me know what you think. Thanks. So here is our marketing analysis for your house. This is the market analysis for your property. If we start just with the address, this is the official market analysis for your property. Like I said before, I started with the very traditional approach of using the square footage in the basement at a discounted rate. I don't even want to flip through these because it's troubling. But long story short is we're going to skip all 4 of these slides. We're going to go down to what we found here. The probable sales price, best case scenario, is that we can sell for 82 to 84 square foot. Where we get that from is by going deeper into our calendar by pulling these from 2013. The lowest one is 82 a square foot, the highest one is 84. Of course, that's you. And what we're going to do is then go back to here and add 5% appreciation. So if we can legitimately get 5% appreciation, which is a very comfortable average for most appraisers, then you could possibly, by the real data, sell for $367. Of course, when you consider your soft cost is probably 10%, that's not going to clear you out without bringing money to closing or get you far above where you paid. I don't know how much you put down on the house originally or what your payoff is. So what I say is I like to present reality so that you understand if an offer comes in at $367 or even $350, they're basing that on the numbers that people have paid in the past. $350 meaning that they just looked at an old sale and pulled that up from last year. But what we want to do is we want to try to get out of reality a little bit into what I kind of facetiously call fantasy land. And what we do here is what's called a competitive analysis. What I'm going to do is I do 2 things. One is I say a family has certain needs, but they have a limited budget. So if that limited budget is under $400,000, what you see is, yeah, these are really nice houses, but the square footage you're able to get for the approximately what we're trying to list at is a 3,000 square foot house, a 3,200 square foot house, a 3,000 square foot house, a 2,800 square foot house, all these in Thompson Station. And you suddenly realize, okay, we're actually bringing more value to the market than you think because other families cannot get the square footage that we have, which is 4,100, anywhere near that price. The other approach is we start with, instead of the price, we start with the square footage. So we say, okay, if I need 4,100 square feet for my family, how can I get that? And what you see is that if your need is to have 4,100 square feet, you can't touch that until you get to about 429, and after that it starts going up. Of course, there's good reasons these houses cost more, but from a competitive standpoint, that gives us an edge that it's hard to see just by looking at past sales. So going back to your analysis, if a family needs 4,000 square feet, the question is, could we stretch the price to 380? As you see, this is all above grade. All these homes don't have basements, but yeah, it's possible that we could stretch it to 380, possibly even more. The problem with going much more is that we do not have any verifiable data to justify that price, and an appraiser is not going to be able to come up with a price. So there's a little pressure off appraisers, but they're not going to be able to go, stretch it quite that far. They have to have sales. So what I wanted to do is suggest that to get you out of your situation, even though I'm going to be upfront, I don't base my pricing based on your situation, even though that's obviously very important to you and important to me in terms of helping you move to the next step of your life. I suggest we go to market with 380. That would be justifiable to anybody who showed the house in terms of explaining to them how we come up with that number, but it also would be a great value for the right family. So hope that helps you guys. That would be my suggested marketing prices if we went to market. Obviously, I don't go around selling houses below comparables, because if I did, it would be much lower. I'm trying to make you as much money as possible. And the only other thing I just wanted to point out is, with these houses in Cherry Grove that had the basement, the days on the market was really high. And that's simply because they're going to look in our neighborhood and may not be willing to pay the price that we want, because they're going to be comparing that to other homes that are in other neighborhoods that are consistently selling for $350. Most of the homes in Cherry Grove don't sell for quite that much, unless they are 4,000 square feet all above grade. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, 3,000 something square feet all above grade. So just some thoughts. I want to follow up with you guys and kind of find out what you think, but I'm ready to get started. We're really anxious and aggressive, as you know, and I'll be, as soon as we get this listing signed and about your job transfer for your husband, then we'll start marketing as hard as we can. Thank you.